Let's now answer this question before us. It is question 2. It says the cost of fruit at a store in dollars per kilogram is shown in the table below. So apples cost this, pears that, and bananas that. Sean wants to buy 2 kilos of apples, 1 kilo of pears, and 3 kilos of bananas. Which one of the following matrix products will result in a matrix that contains the total cost of Sean's fruit purchase in dollars? Okay, so the way in which we've got to think about this is, all right, Sean wants to buy 2 kilos of apples. So that means apples cost this much kilo. So you're simply timesing that by 2. 1 kilo of pears, you're timesing that by 1. 3 kilos of bananas, timesing that by 3. So which of these matrix products here will result in the multiplication of 2 by this, 1 by that, 3 by that? And remember also, you want the total cost of Sean's fruit purchase, meaning we want to end up with a 1 by 1 matrix here. We want one number as our answer. It's the total cost of all of this. Hopefully you can immediately recognize that A is going to be our answer, because the way matrix multiplication works is we're going to go 2 times that, 1 times that, and then 3 times that. Also, you can see that this is a 1 by 3 matrix. I've got 1 row by 3 columns, 1 row by 3 columns. And over here, I've got 3 rows by 1 column. I am going to end up with a 1 by 1 matrix. So A is my answer there. You can see that the answer I am going to get is 13.9, but you'd be a bit nuts to put that into your CAS because you don't need to, and it took me a long time just to type it all into my CAS and get all my matrices. You wouldn't put it into your CAS. You just need to know that, you need a 1 by 1 matrix out, and this is the one that works. Everything else, as we go through it, you're going to see is just going to either be undefined or not give me a 1 by 1 matrix. So this one right here, I have 3 rows by 1 column. This matrix here, I've got 3 rows by 1 column. This isn't going to work because remember, these two numbers have to be equal in order to do matrix product at all. So this is just going to be undefined. That's why it doesn't work. The next one we have here, I've got 3 rows by 1 column. And here I've got 1 column by I've got 1 row by 3 columns. Blech, I'm getting mixed up with my words there. Now this is going to work. 1 by 1 will give me, it allows me to do this matrix multiplication. But you see how my answer is going to end up being 3 by 3? It's not a 1 by 1. So I don't have not one final number, which is what we want. We want one final number. We want the total cost of everything here. So E, no good. B is also going to be undefined because as you can see here, I've got 1 row by 3 columns. And here I've got 1 row by 3 columns. These numbers aren't the same. Therefore, it's going to be undefined. And then the last one here, I've got a 3 by 3. And then this is 3 rows by 1 column. These numbers are the same. But again, I'm going to end up with a 3 by 1, which is no good because I need a final number and I don't have it. Not one final number. So that means A is my answer. And again, you could have done this question in a matter of seconds, really. You could have just looked and say, hey, A works, and then just briefly looked at everything else and be like, nothing else here works. A is my answer. If you look at the examiner's report here, it says the only matrix product to give a 1 by 1 matrix as a result was option A. It's the only one that gives a 1 by 1 product. That's it, everyone. Hopefully you found that helpful.